What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. All right, check this out. So by now, you guys have either seen this video or you heard about this video with Halle Bailey and Rachel Zegler basically whining and whinging. It's this variety video. It's about 40 minutes long. It's 40 minutes of narcissism. That's what it is. That's what I call it anyway. 40 minutes of two actresses just sniffing and smelling each other's farts and saying how wonderful they are. That's basically what it is. It's these two chicks over here. They call it bonding over dealing with trolls who are not worth the time and the energy. Then why are you spending time and energy talking about them? If they're not worth the time or the energy, but you're going to give that to this interview, well, what gives? I don't understand it. You know, they're saying, yeah, the actresses are reflecting on the online harassment they received for their casting as princesses Ariel and Snow White. I don't think it's the online harassment that they were upset about, okay? All right. I think this entire video was a cope session, and it had nothing to do with the online harassment. It had everything to do with the fact that both of these films are about to be humongous box office flops. All right. Little Mermaid, we already saw what happened with that one. Yeah, Disney sunk $300 million into over budget Little Mermaid movie. $300 million. That's what they spent on this film. So you guys know how to maths in this situation. You spent $300 million, and even if you spent just the cheapest, easiest amount of marketing that you can do, that you could get away with the film of this size, which is, you know, let's say $100 million, which I'm sure they spent more than that. But let's just say they spent $100 million for the marketing. You're talking about at least $400 million total spend. And in order to get your money back, you got to double that. All right. Because the theaters take half and then the studio gets half, roughly. So you're talking about this film needed at least $800 million to break even. Didn't quite get there. Didn't quite make it, okay? Only $569 million on the worldwide box office. This thing lost a ton of bread, okay? Let's just call it like we see it. It lost money. Yeah, and Snow White is next. Disney is said to be in panic mode amid continued backlash and out of control $330 million budget. They spent $330 million already, and they're still not done. They're going to have to go back and shoot some more stuff. They're going to have to take care of post-production. They are not out of the woods by a long shot. And then they're going to have to market this thing. Man, this thing is probably going to be pushing somewhere in the neighborhood of $500 million overall, which means that this film will need to break $1 billion just to break even. Just to break even. There's no way in hell this movie's going to break even. This movie is going to be one of the biggest losers that Disney has ever had. So yeah, they can talk about, oh, we're just reflecting on the online harassment because we were cast as Ariel and Snow White. But the reality is they know, they see the writing on the wall. Both of these films are going to be huge flops. They are damaging to their careers. All right. And listen, the problem that I think that these young actresses are having, it's too much too soon. Because you shouldn't even be doing an interview talking about this crap right now, reflecting on your, experiences as a princess. No, get back to work. That's what you should be focusing on. Hey, I just got to get to the next film. All right. If I'm not promoting a movie, I'm head down doing my work. I'm not going to be sitting up here whining to Rachel or Rachel whining to me about some bullshit. I'm going to sit here and focus on what it is that I'm doing. But the thing about it is these actresses and all of these young stars, really all of young Hollywood, it's like, it's too much too soon. They've been given all of this fame. They've just been handed fame, on a silver platter, and they don't know how to handle it. And they turn out to be insufferable jackasses at the end of the day. It's like Halle Bailey, there was this situation with the nail salon. I didn't cover it. Somebody in one of my comments said, hey, look into that, DA, and tell me what you think. I'm going to tell you what I think about it right now. At the time, I was saying, hey, Halle is conducting herself like a princess. And when I said that, I'm referring to how she was handling herself in the interviews about the film, about The Little Mermaid. Not in her personal life. In her personal life, yeah, look, in my opinion, you could be a jackass in your personal life, but when you step on that red carpet or you're giving an interview about the film, you need to play the role. You still acting at that point. You're a princess. You got to get princess answers. You got to get princess quotes. I'm so humbled and honored to be here and to be a part of this amazing film. I've loved this film my entire life. This film has so many fans, and I'm looking forward to bringing this character to the live action, to the big screen. You got to give them kind of quotes. Not this, it ain't 1937 no more. We ain't got no weird stalker prince in our movie. You can't be saying that type of shit. That's ridiculous, man. You got to sound like a princess. You're a Disney princess. You're stepping into a legacy. So yeah, that's what I was talking about. Halle Bailey was doing good on the interview side, sounding like a princess, behaving herself like a princess, unlike, Chuckles over here, Rachel Zegler. But yeah, when it comes to this whole nail salon situation, I basically see it as this. Halle had her dude, right? This rapper, DDG, I don't even know who he is, but she had her dude harassing this nail salon owner, claiming that she's a racist because she canceled Halle Bailey's sister's nail appointment because Halle Bailey's sister was late to the appointment. That's basically what happened. Her sister was late. The lady's like, yo, we waited long enough for your sister to show up. The appointment is canceled. I'm sorry. We got other business. We can't just be holding out all day for you. And Halle Bailey was probably like, oh my God, what? You canceled my sister's appointment? You canceled me, Halle Bailey, you racist. Now, she didn't say that herself. She had her dude say it, but her and her dude had that conversation behind closed doors. That's what happened. And that's what I mean by, the narcissism and the ego and all of that, it gets to these chicks' heads. And then all of a sudden now, oh my God, the online harassment is terrible. Now, to the point of the race swaps, nobody should be harassed online. Like Halle Bailey and Rachel, they're like 18, 19 years old or whatever when they took these roles. All right. So the way I see it is that's not on them. That's on Disney. That's on the directors. That's on the producers. That's on them for doing these stupid ass race swaps. And I'm going to keep applying pressure to the community to say, hey, stop that shit. Stop race swapping. Give us original characters. And these actors and actresses, they need to start turning these roles down. They need to turn them down cold. But I'm not going to put that on Halle Bailey and Rachel Zegler. And honestly, if that's all that it was just a matter of the race swap nonsense, she wouldn't be getting the backlash. Rachel, I'm talking about. Rachel Zegler would not be getting the amount of backlash that she is getting. The online backlash would be negligible at best. Yeah, people would be talking about a race swap Snow White, but that would be more directed again at the company, at Disney for doing it. It wouldn't be on her. She's just an actress taking a role. And people kind of understand that. But no, her backlash, the backlash with Rachel Zegler specifically, is about her shooting off her mouth. All the shit she is saying. It has nothing to do with the race swap situation. Not whatsoever. So yeah, let's go ahead and peep out this Variety article in the video. Halle Bailey and Rachel Zegler on becoming Disney princesses, singing live on set and blocking out toxic fans. Stay grateful and ignore the hate. Yeah, y'all can ignore the hate, but y'all ain't gonna be able to ignore them box office numbers, okay? Disney ain't making a dime off of y'all. They ain't making no money off of either one of your movies. You guys got paid. Y'all gonna have millions sitting in your pocket. Disney gonna be like, God damn, man, we ain't making no money. We losing money off of this shit. They are going to lose so much money off of this. I'm going to make money, all right? I probably made more money off of The Little Mermaid and Snow White than Disney ever will, all right? I don't care if I made $1. I've made more money off of this shit than Disney ever will. And that's the funniest thing about this whole situation. The YouTubers are cleaning up. And the Disney... Look, apathy is the best way to deal with the situation like this. Nobody's going to show up at the box office. Nobody's going to show up and watch this thing. That's the best way to deal with it. That's the best medicine for Disney. That's the best medicine for Rachel Zegler. Nobody shows up at this thing. The theaters are empty and everybody is doing YouTube videos about it. That's the best thing that you could do. So when them theaters is sitting empty, Rachel, y'all can ignore all the hate and you can stay grateful all you want to, but it ain't gonna be a damn thing you can do about them empty theaters. Not a thing. So here's the video. We're gonna go ahead and play it from this spot. This is right where Rachel and Halle are having this discussion about the toxic trolls.
I'm an Aries, so I'm like, I'm a fire sign. Yeah. So a lot of the times, because people are like, oh, she's so sweet, she's so nice. But a lot of times when I see stuff online, I get mad and I want to say something, I want to respond, but I'll just be like, no, you know what, it's okay. Yeah. And same to you, like the way you are just so graceful and respond and don't, it's just the most beautiful thing to see. Because it's hard being women under the spotlight. People are so critical and just say anything that they would never say to you.
Look, I had to stop it right there, man. These chicks kill me, man. Oh my God, it's so hard to be a millionaire actress. I don't know how I deal with this. Oh, it's so difficult to sing for a living and act in movies and travel and be famous. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, let's continue.
No. So, yeah, how has that been for you, being able to navigate it?
You know, choosing thankfulness and gratefulness is choosing peace. And as much as you'd like to remind people verbally that
Yes.
being in the spotlight doesn't absolve you of your humanity, that you're allowed to have human moments,
Yes.
it doesn't necessarily do what you want it to do, and it fuels them more.
Yes, exactly.
And
All right, so she's talking about, gracefulness and, allowing people to have human moments. She's talking about all of that. Let's remind y'all of who Rachel Zegler really is. Yeah, Rachel Zegler is the same person that was going after Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye. Actually, I think the new Hawkeye should be a trans woman of color to stick it to that racist, sexist, transphobic garbage monster, not even remotely going to address the story that came out today, but he has made racist, sexist, transphobic comments and totally disrespected the deaf community. Better catch my mouth, cause she running. Bye. Yeah, and then she was going after J.K. Rowling, who keeps letting J.K. Rowling have her phone. That's transphobic. I'm not going to say what I said in the first place because it appears you didn't comprehend. That's transphobic. Has no problem calling people racist and sexist and transphobics and all kinds of stuff. She has no problem saying that. No problem. All of this grace, right? All of this, allow people to have their moments of humanity, blah, 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 blah. Has no problem saying that. If I have learned anything in 2020, it's that TERFs are too confident in this bird app. Yeah, again, trying to call people trans exclusionary radical feminists, I think that stands for. Yeah. Elbowing a transphobe, stepping on a homophobe. Again, she has no problem, pushing violence on people, okay? The joys of walking through New York City. Has no problem with that. All it is grace. Well, we got to handle ourselves with grace. Then remember, she was going after Gina Carano. Do not make fun of pronouns. They are not a joke. Pronouns are validating. Pronouns are cool. Put your pronouns in your bio. I wear my pronouns on a button sometimes. It's a good thing. Bye. And then all of her little supporters went after Gina Carano. You guys remember that? And then she had this final little salvo. It's a fun time to remind you all to love Pedro Pascal. Yeah, she had all the smoke in the world, okay? For Gina Carano and for Jeremy Renner and J.K. Rowling. But when the smoke blows in her direction, we have to be graceful. We have to remember that we're all humans deep down. That's when she wants to say all of that stuff. When all that smoke is blowing in her direction. But before, let's go, baby. I'm calling everybody out. And I'm going to send my army of simps after him, too. All the, what do they call them, Zeglerians? I'm going to send my army of simp Zeglerians after these guys. That's the real Rachel Zegler, okay? That's the real Rachel Zegler. This chick. Not the one that they're putting out there on this interview trying to clean up her image. No, that's not her.
Exactly.
And so, just as you said, it's like choosing to be present and know that they are probably just having a really hard day.
Yes.
And I am putting out a movie.
Amen. That's right.
And I feel so thankful for those moments.
That was some A1 bullshit right there, man. That was that is next level bullshit that she just laid out there. Did y'all hear that? So what she is saying basically is this, that your response to her, right? Your response to Rachel Zegler shitting all over the original Snow White, calling the prince a weird stalker, saying that the values of the 1937 Disney film, that Walt Disney's original classic, the values of that film, those don't apply here in modern Hollywood. Okay. She's saying basically none of that stuff is going, that's not me. That doesn't represent my Snow White. Your response to her saying all of that bullshit, you're just having a bad day. You're just having a bad day. Suck it up, you little toxic hater. Basically that's what she is saying right now. A1 bullshit. It's amazing, man. Listen, I wish these actors and actresses, they would just own what they say. Quit trying to spin it back around on the fans. I would actually have more respect for her if she said, you know what? I said what I said. I said what I said, and I'm not taking any of it back. But hey, I'm allowed to have my opinion on the situation. I think this and that about the 1937 version of Snow White. This is how I feel about it, and I stand by it, and I know a lot of people didn't like what I had to say. And you know what? Hey, I understand if you have a difference of opinion than me, hey, let's talk about it, in a reasonable way. But that's just how I feel. And I would actually respect somebody if they came out and said that. If she said, let me just explain exactly how I feel about this whole situation that came out from the D23 interviews. Let me go through it. Let's talk about it. Not try to say, well, they're just having a bad day. Like, just take some ownership, you know? Take some ownership. This online backlash that you're getting, it just didn't pop up out of nowhere. You said some shit, just own that. And then, hey, you know what? I would still disagree with her opinion, but at least she's standing on her position and she's not running from it like a little coward. That's what she's doing right now. Oh, they're just having a bad day. No, you know exactly what you said, and you know exactly what their responses were to that and why. Again, like I said, her issue, it isn't even anything about the race swaps. It has nothing to do with the race swap right now. Right now, it's about everything that's coming out of her mouth. This could be a white chick saying this, and it would have there'll be no difference. None at all. I mean, damn, man, this thing is absolutely hilarious, man. But you got to give it to them, man. They are just full of bullshit. They know they are, and they don't care. And so, hey, nobody's going to care about this movie. You're going to care when them box office receipts ain't showing up. That's when they're going to care. That's when they're going to go back and listen to this stuff. That's when they're going to say, you know what? Maybe we should shut our fucking mouths when it's time to promote stuff. Maybe we should jump off of social media and stop trying to sit up there and talk bad about other people and then try to run it back and go, oh, you know, we need to show some more grace and, you know, some humility and, you know, let everybody be a little human sometimes. Nah, chick, you don't get to do that. You got to smoke for Gina. You got to smoke for Jeremy Renner. You got to take that same smoke in return. That's just the way it goes, you know? But anyway, folks, I just found this whole situation fascinating. Again, these Disney princesses and all of these young actors right now, they are just like, they don't know how to handle fame. That's really what it is. They don't know how to handle fame. Their heads are like this big. They got these massive egos and they don't know how to bring it down to the level of a regular person. So they come off doing interviews like this and they sound like entitled narcissists. It's 100% hilarious. But you guys let me know what you think about this whole situation. Jump down in the comments. Give me your thoughts and opinions on that. And thanks for watching. See you next time.